Welcome to my channel, and I just want to go ahead and give a spoiler alert for this theory. So if you haven't seen Fantastic Beasts 2, go ahead and click off of this theory. Enjoy the movie, come on back, and see if you agree with my theory. Thank you, and good luck. Okay, by now, so if you are like me, you have gotten over the initial shock of finding out that Creedence Barebone, who has been our lovable antagonist for Fantastic Beasts 1, and now Fantastic Beasts 2 is supposed to be known as Aurelius Dumbledore. Where did he come from? How did he come to be? These are the questions that everybody has been asking. We've seen a lot of theories, but I think I have a theory that puts this all together. Partway through the movie, we see a lamenting Dumbledore look into the mirror of Erised, and we see him looking back at a younger Grindelwald, and it's almost like he's missing this Grindelwald. We see a slight cheek of a smile, we see a glistening of a tear, but we see something, a kind of flashback of a past where they join two into one, and we're kind of lost for words here. But I think that JK, in her infinite wisdom of the wizarding world, was leading us to the path that she was trying to show us what exactly happened here. See, I think we were privy to more than just the blood pact. I think we were privy to the beginning of Grindelwald's demise and Dumbledore's lament. I mean, we all know the story of how poor Ariana's life was snuffed way too soon, but I don't think we know exactly what happened. So we know about the duel between Grindelwald, the Dumbledore brothers, and ultimately how Ariana died. But we don't know what happened afterwards. We don't know what happened to Dumbledore, how he felt, where he went. We know that Grindelwald ran away. My theory is this. I think that Dumbledore ran after Grindelwald. I think he went to find him, to forgive him, to ultimately love him. I think he chose him. And Grindelwald, seeing this weakness, seeing this vulnerability, used this against Dumbledore and made him use this pact to vow that never to go against each other again, never to do this irreparable harm, to always be friends, to always go the straight and narrow. But I think that Dumbledore remained absolute, that he was not going to go for the absolute rule of wizarding world or wizards as Grindelwald was. And I think they had an amicable split. However, I don't think that Dumbledore knew just how diabolical and how resolute that Grindelwald had become. So I think here is where the parting of the minds and the parting of the spirits truly came to be. So this is where the deleted scenes, the things that we don't know, will come into play in future reference. So it's going to be crucial that everybody gets the extended version or the extended cut of the movie when it comes out on Blu-ray, DVD, or whatever you decide to buy. Because this is where we're going to get those little nuggets that we didn't get before. I think here is where we see the change in Grindelwald. I think here is where we see the darker side begin to form. Behind the scenes, after Ariana's death, I think he actually collected Ariana's essence, if you will. I believe he collected her obscurus as it left her form or her body, and he stored it. And I think he took it with him as he escaped Godric's Hollow. I also believe that he used the knowledge he had gained from Dumbledore, who was vastly more talented than he. And he used the alchemy, he used the knowledge that he gathered to try to create the perfect form. You see, it's here, I think, that we are first truly introduced to the crimes of Grindelwald. We see him trying to produce the perfect weapon, the perfect child, the perfect being. I think this is where he is in his lab trying to create the perfect wizard, free of imperfections, free of all knowing, free of all restraint. This is what Grindelwald's mission was. After years of seemingly trying and failing, I really do think that Grindelwald, in a last-ditch effort, opened up the blood pact carrier or pendant and actually used a few droplets of his and Dumbledore's blood and created what we know now as Creedence Barebone or Aurelius Dumbledore. And it worked. Here sat a perfect being, a beautiful child, the golden child. Fearful of what the world, or better yet, the ministry, would think and do, I think that Grindelwald entrusted this child to the one person that he knew and loved. And I think that was his Aunt Bathilda Bagshot. I think he asked her to take the child away to America, to where the child could grow. And I think that Grindelwald had a plan to let the child grow to a place where he could go back and claim him at a later date, unknowing that the ministry was already on to him. On that fateful night, as Bathilda escaped to America to fulfill her duties to her loving nephew, she unknowingly would cross paths with both Corvus Lestrange and ultimately the Ministry of Magic. I really believe that this ship went down not because of it being the Titanic or what the other theories may suggest, but because the Ministry of Magic sought to destroy this child because they knew how this child had been created. I really do believe that the capsize of that particular lifeboat was not by chance, not by fate, but because the ministry knew what this child was. Devastated by yet another loss, I think that Grindelwald used this to fuel his anger and resentment into building his empire. I think that he ultimately wanted to rule the wizarding world as he saw fit and to ensure that no innocent life was ever lost again. So guys, you've seen how I've tied everything together, how Grindelwald could possibly be the father or creator of Creedence, as well as Dumbledore unknowingly could be the brother of Creedence, and therefore Creedence could very well be a Dumbledore. That being said, I would love to hear your thoughts, so please share them in the comment section below. Feel free to share this video, like this video, rate this video, but ultimately I ask that you go ahead and share it with JK on Twitter. I will myself, because I really want to see what her thoughts are. I want to know if I'm near her thoughts or on the money or way off. I can't wait to see Fantastic Beasts 3, and I hope to see you guys soon. Bye.